Welcome back to another video. My name is Nicholas Brown, and today I'll be teaching you how to create your own Angry Birds game. Now, first thing first, you want to delete everything off the menu, and then you want to add a spear. And once you add the spear, you might want to drag it back a little bit, and then add some cubes. So at first, we're only going to add one cube, and then holding down the cube, you're going to duplicate it to add two cubes, and then you're going to do it one more time to add three. Now, once you have three cubes, you're going to group them all together. The way you group is to hold one shape and then keep holding and pressing the others, and you're going to duplicate it. Using your stacking tool, you're going to add the cubes on top of each other. Now, you would like to do this one last time. Okay, so plain white is kind of boring, but if that's just you, you can have it plain white. But personally, I'm going to have a little design to mine. So I'm going to click the cubes that I want. And I like gold, so I'm going to make them gold. So going to your materials, you're going to press gold to make it a checkerboard gold pattern. You can have it any color you like. Just be creative, add your own design to it. Now, the next thing is behaviors. Now, working with behaviors is like the building block to animation and to making your game interactive. Now, first you will add custom, and for your trigger, you will add tap. When you tap on the spear, it will activate the action sequence. And the action sequence we're going to do is add force. Yes, press update. So, when you add force, just like how we rotate, we're going to take the spear, I'm going to take the cone and then point it towards our target block. Now, once we have it aimed at our target block, we're going to make sure it works. You got to press the play button at the bottom, or to see the tap sequence, press the play button at the top. And once you make sure you have everything lined up, make sure all your squares, right, are in physics. So to do that, you hold down all the squares. I'm at cubes, you know what I'm talking about. And you go down to physics and you press participate. Yes, highlight it there. And you're gonna change fixed to dynamic. Now we got a whole lot of materials to work with. So if you want your cubes to be made out of lead, choose lead. If you want your cubes to be made out of rubber, choose rubber. But for now, we're going to choose plastic. You can also play around with collision shapes. Even in future, we're going to show you gravity. But as of now, test it out. There, we got a working game, but we're going to add more to it. We are going to add something called a scene. So scenes are basically the piece of papers to a book. So to go to a scene, you go to the book on the right-hand corner and you press the plus button. Once you press the plus button, you're going to go to your shapes and you're going to add the text. And basically, this is going to be the winning screen the user get when they hit all the targets down. So once you press text, you scroll down and you type "you win." You can add something funny, you can add something creative, it is up to you. This is what the user is going to see after they knock everything down. And just like the cubes before, we would like to decorate it. So I like gold, so you can scale it as big as you want, you can make it as thick as you want, and you can even add font size. As we doing here, perfect. And we're going to rise it up a bit. Now, once you have that done, we're going to add the behaviors to make the code switch from scene to scene. Just checking if the cubes are right. Now, good. So, press the behaviors and we're going to add a new one. But first, name the behavior shoot or shoot ball. Once you press that, you're going to add a new one, custom, and it's going to be changed scene. Yeah. You do want to keep track of the behaviors so you can know exactly which ones is working and which one's not working. and it'll be easier to organize and come back to. So once you have that, make the trigger collide. So this is when the affiliated object, which is going to be the cubes, have a collision with the sphere. And then once you add an action, you're gonna add change scenes, and you're gonna select scene 1. And we would like to test it out and zoom out, and it will say you win. Of course, we want to actually see the cubes being knocked down, so we're going to add a sequence called wait. And wait allows you to wait on changing the scene or any action in that case. So make sure wait is in front of change scene because the action sequence happened in the order of left to right. Add about 5 seconds to it, and there we go. Okay, now we're on our final step. So you will go back to the you win scene, and we're gonna add a behavior to switch scenes again. So we're gonna go back to custom, and we're gonna press when tap you win. It's gonna change scenes back to the target. So scroll down to change scene, and then choose regular scene with the game in it. And then make sure you tap you win. Make sure it's highlighted green. If it's not highlighted green, it will not work. Just like how I accidentally did it. So again, make sure it's highlighted green, and you see that it's one object affiliated with tap. Now, when you test it out, you'll see you have a fully functioning game. If it works, congratulations. But I would like to show you another thing you can add to the game. So first, go back to your scene, and then press the transformation. And basically, you can play around with the gravity to make it 0 gravity. Like this can be kind of like on the moon, or you can have a lot of gravity, how it is on like different planets. But you can play around with the materials. So do you want to play with different materials? You can have it more rubbery, lead, icy, but play around with the physics, and that concludes this video. Thank you for listening. My name is Nicholas Brown. If you have any questions, ask your instructor, or you can email me at nicktech5021. That is nicktech5021@gmail.com. See ya.